With the recent fires in Hawaii, the wildfires in Canada, and the flooding this year in Southern California, some are wondering what's causing the weather to be so different these days.
And what can we expect in the coming years? So here now to weigh in is Dr. Brenda Ekwurzel. She is the Director of Climate Science and a Senior Climate Scientist at Union of Concerned Scientists. Good to have you.
Thank you.
It has been a little crazy, I feel like, not just this year, but in recent years. There's a thing called the danger season. Are we in that right now? What is it?
Unfortunately, if you live in the United States, in the Northern Hemisphere, the way the weather patterns work, a lot of our extreme weather events collide in this season from late spring through fall. And so we call it danger season because we want to keep people safe.
Yeah. We mentioned some of those events. What are, scientifically speaking, what are those events that people are seeing?
Yes, what happens is in the summer, of course, it's naturally hotter, but because of human-driven climate change, it's even hotter. And that means the atmosphere can hold more water vapor. So when a storm comes through, there's more water vapor to harness and drop somewhere else as pelting, damaging, flooding rain. But in the places where it's not raining, you can have severe drought, which will fuel even more extreme heat waves. And all of these can affect outdoor workers, can affect people who are exercising, and people in their homes if they're living in places that have old, crumbling infrastructure that can't withstand the power of these storms.
We saw these major heat waves this summer out west. Now we're seeing the hurricane in California. We're in the midst of hurricane season in the Atlantic. Is it getting worse? Or does it just feel like there's so much right now?
Now, these are naturally occurring storms. It's just what we're seeing with the trends is they're made more severe. And that means that we have to do better at adapting and making sure everyone stays safe during these storms. So we don't have to have as much danger associated with these if we did massive infrastructure investments, as well as teaching people how to stay safe and stay with their communities and help each other.
Okay. And is there a clear connection between these events and climate change?
Oh, absolutely. We've done the science. We've been talking about the science for decades. It's just we've lost precious time protecting people and putting the measures in place.
You talk about being prepared and the infrastructure studies, but there's also the recovery efforts. And we've been hearing this week that FEMA is about to run out of money. And we're just starting the Atlantic hurricane season. What does that mean?
That's what economists that we work with, they tell us that the pace of change and the frequency and co-occurring events are outstripping what we have nationally budgeted for disasters. And therefore, for example, whenever there's a massive wildfire season, we are taking money from other projects for planning and preparing to deal with fighting those wildfires. So we're playing catch up right now. We're kind of in the red zone as far as budget.
I feel like it's catch up constantly then, especially with how severe things are getting.
Yeah. And surprisingly, a heat wave is not classified as one of those disasters. Wildfires, flooding from hurricanes, but heat is also a disaster that's harder to take pictures of. It takes place in people's bodies.
And it frightens people because their homes are ruined and terrible things happen when we have these severe events. What can people do to protect and inform themselves?
Well, it was very encouraging to see your story about Dulles investing in renewable energy just to reduce the emissions from air travel in the ground support and those electric buses. Those are the types of things that really reduce the acceleration of climate change. And then secondly, we really have to adapt our behaviors when we do outdoor activities during danger season, as well as the type of structures we have in our homes and the community resilience that we build.
Maybe a good time to kind of reassess what our homes are, what our coverage is, and then kind of learn more about how our bodies react to all of this. Dr. Ekwurzel, thank you.
Thank you.
So much to talk about here, but we appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.